Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and also Ranking
you.
Member Thompson for supporting us here in this hearing. Good morning, Deputy Administrator Serino. Thank you for being here today to discuss the details of the full year 2013 budget request for the Federal Emergency Management Agency. I did have an opportunity to meet you when we had the open house, I believe, over there, and found your team to be well prepared to do the job. This budget request appears to reflect efforts to streamline business and procurement procedures and to eliminate redundant programs to reduce costs. Although I have some questions about some of the cost-cutting proposals, certainly we appreciate FEMA's efforts to do the necessary belt-tightening that we all have to do at this time. That said, I have serious reservations about some of the proposals that are included in the full year 2013 budget requests. Specifically, needing more details about the consolidations in the National Preparedness Grant Proposal Program, which would consolidate 16 targeted Homeland Security grant programs. Last year, despite strong opposition by the House Democrats, Congress approved an appropriations law that gutted funding for state and local programs. The bill, for the first time, punted its responsibility for allocating funding among state and local grant programs to the Secretary. As an authorizer, I am particularly troubled that this committee did not take action and fail to send a message of support for these programs. It's important to remember that Congress, pursuant to legislation within this committee's jurisdiction, was created to adequately provide discrete grant programs to direct grant investments to address specific gaps in national and local preparedness capabilities. Some of these programs, such as the Urban Area Security Initiative and the Port Security Grant Program, have provided support where significant gaps in security capabilities fail to this point. Moreover, I'm concerned about the effect of the grant consolidation on the predictability of grant funding for some of these agencies. Few state and local governments will be able to replace the federal funding that will be lost for this potential consolidation. Some of my questions will be, what do we expect to happen to these ongoing projects, and how will we fill in the gaps if in the event support is needed? The work will not stop, and the security gaps will remain despite our many efforts to address this problem. And by bringing forward these circumstances, Congress has to be careful that we don't be judged in the future as being penny wise and pound foolish. Again, I thank you for being here today. I look forward to your testimony, but more in particular, I'd like to stress that I'd like to hear for the record how we plan on dealing with the impacts that will be anticipated based upon the consolidations of these much-needed programs. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.